Hello. Let us take a look at uniqueness of the retarded time. Let us talk a little about the uniqueness of the retarded time. So what is a retarded time? Retarded time is a concept which arises when we have to talk about the signal that is provided by a moving point charge at any instant of time, which is at a somewhat farther distance from the observer, which is situated at point P as shown in this diagram. Here we are making all the measurements with respect to some suitable origin which has not been shown explicitly, but all the vectors have been drawn with respect to that origin. So this r is a distance of observer which is situated at point P, whereas r is a retarded position of the moving point charge with respect to observer at point P. Here, what is happening is that the point charge is moving and its position is continuously changing. This moving point charge essentially leads to changes in the scalar potential and vector potential. But then information cannot reach to the observer simultaneously because information travels with the speed of time. And therefore, whatever observer is observing right now was essentially the information which was sent or which essentially left that particular position some time ago. And we have to address this delay in the information traveling time due to the finite distance between the point charge and the observer, and this delay is essentially called as the retarded time. It is indicated by tr, where t and subscript r. So let us see that r, which is essentially the position of the point charge, is given by r minus omega tr, where omega tr is essentially the trajectory of the moving point charge. Now, the question that arises in mind is that whether this retarded time is unique or not. Let us say that there are two such points which are simultaneously interacting with observer situated at point P. What does it mean? That let us say that the information is reaching the observer at point P from two different points with retarded times t1 and t2. Now, what will happen is that their retarded positions are given by, let us say, r1 is equal to c into t minus t1, whereas r2 is equal to c into t minus t2. Whereas this t over here is essentially called as the proper time, whereas t1 is the retarded time of position r1 and t2 is the retarded time of position r2. Now, according to the vector laws, two vectors can be subtracted from each other, and therefore let us subtract two vectors r1 and r2 as shown here. So r1 minus r2 is equal to c into t minus t1 minus c into t minus t2. Now t being the proper time which is common for both the points, it essentially gets cancelled out, and what we are left with is c into t2 minus t1. Now, as we can clearly see that displacement is equal to displacement, which is essentially r1 minus r2, is equal to c into t2 minus t1. Now t2 minus t1 is essentially difference in the retarded time, and r1 minus r2 is essentially the difference in the positions of the particle, which means that the particle traveled with the velocity of the light. Now this is a contradiction because any particle having some mass is strictly forbidden according to the laws of relativity to travel with the speed of light. And therefore what we are left with is to the fact that the retarded time of each and every position is unique. As we can see over here, the retarded time for every position is unique, and no two points can simultaneously interact with the observer which is situated at point P in the inertial frame of reference. And this what proves the uniqueness of the retarded time. Now, where do we use this retarded time? And the retarded time is essentially used for generalized solutions of Maxwell's equation in electrodynamics.